Today, Cecil and I are in the woods of Harris County, Georgia, and we're actually on state land right now because Cecil got a lead on some previously undocumented cemeteries that might be in the woods of this land.
Miss Frances Hall reached out about them. I guess they're surveying the parks up here and trying to locate any historic sites, and she sent us a pin of one, so we're gonna go see if we can find it and hopefully find out who's there.
So we got about, what is it, about a mile hike up the side of the mountain?
It's like 1.3 according to GPS.
Yeah, so all right, we're ready, let's do it.
This looks awful suspicious.
Yeah, it does. I mean, there's clearly an indention, and it looks like cedar trees growing right in the middle of it, would you say?
Yeah, could be an indention here and on the other side too.
Oh yeah, I see that.
There's a stone here.
Mm-hmm. It does look like an indention right there. And then one right there. And then it's terraced all down the side of the hill. This is definitely farming going on out here. So right there are the graves, the two graves that we think just right on the outside edge of this terrace. It's kind of interesting. That's like a different one you found, right?
Yeah, I noticed that one on the way out the other day.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep hiking and see what else we can find.
And it is oriented east to west.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I definitely think it's a grave. The people that lived out here on the side of the mountain, this is real tough land to farm. So they were not wealthy by any means, and probably wouldn't have had been able to afford markers and that sort of thing. So you would just see a lot of stone graves out here. We also already found an open well that is actually really hard to see because it's covered in blackberries. It actually makes a pretty good trap for someone, but you can just barely tell that it's a well. So I was just looking at my old map and realized that we are just about on top of a home site. Did you see an old roadbed here before?
Not, I didn't go too far off the trail the other day when I walked up through here.
See, there should be.
There may be one right there.
You think this be a roadbed? It's not very deep.
Oh, it's roadbed or old terracing.
Yeah. This almost looks like a really wide road that's ditched, but it would be, well, I'd be surprised if there was a ditched road this far back. Yeah. According to my old map, the house site should be right there. And I actually do see a big hardwood tree sticking up over the pines there. So
Check it out.
yeah. I'm just trying to find any way to avoid that real steep part of the hike you were talking about.
Oh, it's over there. It's long enough, you'll get a break halfway up.
All right.
I had to take one day before yesterday halfway up.
Yeah. So this should be where an old home site was, but I see a lot of dirt moved. Right through there, so they could have just pushed everything up too. There's field stones. All this has been kind of pushed up into a pile.
think there'd at least be a piece of home site trash or something left.
It's a big hole right there. Could be a filled in well or a outhouse. I mean, if I was going to put a house, it'd be right here, but still, I don't see anything. Look at that, though. That's just about perfect, ain't it? Look at that. It's a pretty one. So there's definitely a house site here, I mean, according to the old maps, but there's just no trace of it. I mean, according to the map, we are actually standing in, you know, dead in it right now. So you can see house site plants or anything. You know, I think this is a filled in well. Look at the way it's almost cut kind of square, maybe there and there.
Hoping to hear some glass in there.
Right. I tell you what, if there's ever a house site that we found on Adventures in History that you really had to use your imagination to see, it'd be this one. But right here, I mean, you guys saw it on the old map, right up there was a home site, and we've got what I believe is a filled in well. There's just nothing left. Like Cecil just said, when they planted the pines around here, because this was used as timberland before it became state land, they must have just bulldozed it all. And maybe that's what this pile of dirt is right here, where they just scraped clean where the house used to be. But it's weird not even to see pieces of broken glass or home site plants or just any kind of trash.
Kind of reminds me of when we went to looking for the hollow cemetery.
Well, I was just thinking that. I don't even think you can tell on video, but there's another one of the mountain ranges from the Pine Mountain. Oh, but you can tell that way. Look at that. Yeah, we're on one. We're above the trees for West Central Georgia. I know, you know, there's always people that look at our little Georgia mountains and say, those aren't mountains, but they are for us. Okay, so we've made it up here to the cemetery site, and this is pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting site for multiple reasons. For one, I mean, this is a good place for a cemetery. You're on top of this mountain here. You can look all around this. It's a pretty place. There doesn't show to be a home site here on the 1900 map, and that's as far back as I have it, but that does not mean that there wasn't a home site here, because it could have easily been gone by 1900, or they just didn't add it because it's so far back in the woods on top of the mountain. But this is a cemetery here, and it's pretty fascinating. All right, so in this little clearing, this is the one that Cecil was given the tip about, and it's never been documented before. But this is pretty fascinating. So we've got, for one, we've got a different kind of stone than we usually see, of course, being up here on top of the mountain. But we also have a little bit of interesting thing where it's got this rock around the cemetery. Not a rock wall, just a layer of rock. But we've got a grave there. We got one there that's formed an indention, and one right here. And these graves are only marked with field stones. There's one planted in the ground there, and then one right here. And then turning around, we've got this one right here. This is the one that's formed the indention. And you can actually see this. I hope it shows up on video well, because this is probably one of the most perfectly grave-shaped indentions I've ever seen. Almost looks like they didn't... the way that it looks, I know how the indention forms, because eventually the body and casket completely go away, and it leaves a void in the ground that causes the top layer of the dirt to collapse. This one looks like almost like they didn't finish filling it in, because it's so perfectly shaped still. Like the edges are very sharp. You know, it looks like it was recently dug in a way. There's also some animals burrowed into it. But this one is marked with fieldstone right there. A little rock wall continues around. And then we have another fieldstone here, marking the grave. Planted in the ground very clearly. Grave runs that way. And there's the other fieldstone marking it.
So, rock pile here.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was something that was pushed up or...
Yeah. It looks kind of like it was pushed up, but... And also just to note, this just goes pretty much straight down on this side. It's too bad one of these is not engraved.
At least initials or something on it.
I know. So it's just 3 visible graves. 1, 2, 3. Right there, that's all we can see. Does not mean that that's all that's here. But with the way that this rock is running around it, kind of indicate that this was probably all that was ever here, unless over there something was pushed up. Oh wow. Oh, quartz arrowhead. So, Native Americans were up here, for sure. So I'm trying to do some research out here on this cemetery just to see if I can find anything about who might actually be buried here. And I am using Family Search's full text search to search old deed books. So it looks like Churchill Gibson sold it to James Cotney in 1833. No, James Cotney sold it to Churchill Gibson. So, and then after that, by the 1840s and 50s, it gets a little bit harder to track because this land lot was being divided up by then. So you see like 77 acres here and 60 acres there being sold off of this. And I couldn't find anything, you know, conclusive as to who might be buried here, but it's definitely a small family cemetery, you know, 3 graves here that are unknown as this time. That's the best way right now that we would know who might be buried out here, searching up land records and who bought it. But it seems like this tract of land got passed around a lot in the early 1800s. Probably people buying it and then realizing it wasn't great for farming and then selling it, something like that. So who's buried here, we don't know. I mean, it's in the middle of the land lot, so it would, I think it'd be someone that owned a good chunk of it, because I doubt, and I didn't see anything where someone bought just the center of the land lot, so it probably would be connected to one of those families, you would think. But for now, just in time for the big rainstorm that's
Probably.
just arrived. We gotta hike back out of here. We'll let you know if we find anything else interesting on the way out. Rest in peace to my camera equipment. I just had to sit down and start researching there. So with the rain coming in, I had to take off the clip-on microphones because at the first sight of rain, they stop working and break forever. So if the audio quality has gone downhill, that's why, sorry folks. But we're hiking back out from the cemetery, and I just saw this that kind of looked like an old roadbed in the woods and just wanted to take a look at it. But the further I've gotten down into it, it looks like it was just a wash. But sometimes they'd use these cuts as trails too, kind of just going along the path of least resistance to travel somewhere. And you know, when you're going up the side of a mountain with just a horse and buggy to bury someone, you definitely want that. I wonder if this follows, like I wonder if we can keep walking it or if we'll just get way back off somewhere. Made it.
You're in the coaster making business now?
Yeah, I meant to bring you one too. Some great promo for it right there too. So completely off subject, but I started making coasters out of old wood that I salvaged from my 140-year-old house project. It's wood that I can't reuse for anything else. So I started cutting them out and sealing them, sanding them, cleaning them, making coasters for them. Out of them, I mean, that I'm going to put and sell on my store. So the link to the store will be down in the comments. Now, as of the filming of this video, I think I've sold just about every single one I've made already. So I'll just have to make some more and try to do some more stuff with the old wood too. It's kind of, it's old heart pine, old longleaf that they built everything with out here, so it's really beautiful. And I seal it so it still contains some of the old traces of paint, which is sealed, so it tells a story. To me, each one is a little piece of art. That's how I view it, at least. So there's a cluster of hardwood trees right here that we talked about investigating on the way back out, and well, it's the way back out, so we're here to investigate it. So I've talked about this before, but anytime that we're looking for old home site stuff, graveyards, cemeteries on logging land, a lot of times there'd be a reason that the loggers would not cut a specific area. Because
of the creek in this one.
Yeah, a lot of times we'll see like old chimneys or cemeteries in that, so it's a good way to look for them. In this case, like Cecil just said, it's a creek.
Some water down in this deeper part down here.
Maybe a little spring, wet weather spring right here.
Yeah.
There's some water in there. Still worth looking if it was a spring, because a lot of times, you know, people would, way back when, would wash their clothes, have baptism holes or stuff like that around an old spring. But right here, I don't see nothing but the ferns. I think I see something, Cecil. I think I see something that finally proves that there were people here, and you just said it. See it?
Yep, that old drum up there.
Yeah. We were discussing how there's just no signs of anything out here, and how these people had to have had something, an old brick, a moonshine still out here, something. I think we found the moonshine still. It's about time. I'm surprised it took us this long to see some signs of older human activity out here. The revenuers got a hold of this one. Yeah, that's sure enough moonshine still right here.
The axe marks in it.
Yeah.
The pickaxe.
Yeah, there's a little dugout spot, probably for the fire or mash barrel. Big out spot there. Mash barrel here. Busted up. Yep. The revenuers got to this one. What is that? Cooking up the brew. Did some really cool videos a while back where I found another moonshine still, but I was able to use some audio recordings that were taken of a fellow that used to make moonshine that the Library of Congress had, and he explained how they would make it in the woods. And the thing he said was, first thing you need is good water. That's it. Got the good water right down there. Good cold water. And it's probably spring fed.
See them everywhere now.
All right, folks, we're gonna call it a day on this adventure. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you to Cecil for inviting me out here to take a look at what he found and getting the chance to document it.
Thanks to Miss Frances Hall for sending us the GPS coordinates.
Yes, absolutely. It's way back in the woods. It's amazing, and it's been a heck of an exploration too. Just walking through the woods, looking for things, trying to figure out where everything is. And we're almost back out now. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one. Look, by the way, I just want you guys at home to know the level of humidity out here. How would you describe it? It's raining, it's humid, it's cloudy, it's hot and humid. The sun's out, hot and humid. So that is the constant. Look, I don't know, I just want y'all to know that this walk out of here on mostly flat land is worse than the walk up that hill because it's so humid. It is a sauna out here right now. This is terrible. The sun's fully out now and it is 10 times worse. Just want y'all to know. Also, if you've watched the previous Adventures into History with me and Cecil, we need to have a moment of silence for the green Kia Soul, the mighty Soul, as it were, finally gave up the ghost. How many miles did it have on it?
465,000.
How many of those were really messed up dirt roads?
Probably half of them.
Yeah, the Kia Soul's that green one was the greatest car ever. So, does this one see the same dirt roads?
Yeah.
All right, fully broken in.
Yeah, busted windshield and all.
There we go. Hey, you're gonna have to knock one of the headlights out.
It's coming.
That's right.